Thank you. You know your old when an award is named after you, right? So, first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you for playing tennis, for choosing the Austin tennis community. I've traveled around quite a bit around this country and internationally, and I can't think of another community that has more passion and more spirit and more collaboration than the Austin tennis community. It's really special. A number of people that got awards today, a lot of people have mentioned, you know, I've moved away, but then I've come back. And Austin is just kind of one of those towns, and I think just the tennis community it's very special. It's very special to me. I was an early executive director of CATA, and in 2016, when the executive director position came about, actually Fernando had joined the board and was on the board for a while, and I talked to him when the opening came up. I said, well, why don't you apply? And he just kind of looked at me like, what? And I think that he thought about it a little bit, and he said, well, I tell you what, I need to go talk to Fran, and I'll get back with you. And he came back and he interviewed for the position, and he stood heads above everyone else that we interviewed. He came all prepared with a notebook, knew everything about CATA, about the structure, about his plan, about what he wanted to do. So I've known Fernando for a long time. Our paths crossed many years ago, and I have a list here because I mean he's won just about every award that you can possibly win. He was the USPTA the first USPTA National Pro of the Year. He's won Pro of the Year for the USPTA Texas Division, the PTR International Pro of the Year, PTR Male Player of the Year. He's won the CATA Legend Award, the Tennis Industry USPTA Member of the Year, and in 2019 he received the George Basso Lifetime Achievement Award. Anybody that's gone to a tennis event has probably seen Fernando there. I swear, I don't know if Cherie Hall is here, but I always thought Cherie Hall was probably quadruplets because, you know, she always would find the new players in town, and I always teased her about that. I said, there's got to be multiples of you, and I feel the same way about Fernando. It's got to be multiples of you because he's everywhere. You know, he's helped National with this serve tennis platform. I think CATA was the first doubles tournament when that platform came out, and Fernando and our staff had to bear the brunt of that and did amazing achievements. Brian Notice was right in there with him. I mean, and they helped. I mean, they were the feedback for National. It was a real lesson for National to get more, you know, do more testing before, you know, they roll out a program. So, I mean, he lives and breathes tennis. He lives and breathes helping people. I was very inspired by Dustin's story. We've got players here that he's coached, and it's more than just coaching. I mean, it's such, Meredith said it so well, I mean, it's all about relationships, and we've had some great people, you know, win this award, but we have a great relationship. You know, we mentor each other, and it's really been great. And in May, Fernando was selected as one of the Hispanic leaders in Texas, and was featured on the USTA website. And in October, some of you may have seen the KView morning show that interviewed Fernando during Hispanic Heritage Month. He does a lot of volunteer work for middle school tennis at the Riojos Middle School with about 50 children ranging from 7 to 10. He's currently a highly ranked national player, Texas player. He just returned from La Jolla, where he played in a national tournament. He plays with his grandson, he plays with his daughter. His wife, Fran, is here tonight. His son Tony's here tonight. Do you have any other family members here tonight?
Anna's here.
Anna's here. Anna's here. All of his family is in the Pflugerville, Austin area. I mean, or maybe you're all in Pflugerville. It's so nice. I mean, it's fantastic to be able to have all of your family here. But I just love this man. You know, I mean, you know, he's great. I'm so excited to have you be a part of this award. I was the first. It used to be called the CATA Contribution to Tennis Award, and then some years they surprised me and named it after me, and that was quite an honor. But and then we've been able to select some incredible people for their many, many years of contributions to tennis. So I'm honored to introduce Fernando Velasco as the contribution to tennis award.
When Carol informed me that she was going to be selecting me as her award, I was just unbelievably honored and humbled that when I first came here to Austin in 2000, everybody kept telling me, "Do you know Carol Welder? You gotta know Carol Welder." No, I know Andy Roddick. No, you don't know Andy Roddick. You gotta know Carol Welder. So when we needed a player for the 4.5 at the Tournament of Champions, I reached out to her. She came to play at our tournament, and we just had an incredible bond from respect for each other. Every place that I traveled, through the USPTA, USDA, PTR, everybody says, "Do you know Carol Welder?" I said, and she is the most recognized and most humble and most respected person in tennis. When I was asked, when I said, "Okay, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to tell?" So, what does tennis mean to you? Well, I came up with a little folder there that I found some pictures. In 1963, my family moved from Bolivia with my dad was 48. There were 5 children. The oldest one was 22. I was 20. There was a brother 7 years younger, another daughter, and another child. We lost everything that we had in Bolivia. My dad was incredibly wealthy. We had maids and all that. And when we came to America, the only place that I could go was to Miles City, Montana, where I was an exchange student 2 years before. Miles City had 8,000 people then, probably 8,000 people today. And I spent 2 years with a wonderful family that in Custer County Junior College, we had 79 students. That was it. I didn't have the money, but I had a scholarship. I could play tennis, I could do gymnastics, I could even play basketball. That's how they're hurting for a player. We were in the North Dakota and Montana and Canada League, and we happened to be playing on 2 tennis courts, steel nets, rough surface, and the balls were not as too long. Well, after that one stint in the junior college, I went to Eastern Illinois University, where Tony Romo graduated, in Charleston, Illinois, where I ended up playing both tennis and soccer and gymnastics. And that was a great opportunity. That was in 1966. Well, came back and got graduated in 1968 and had a wonderful opportunity to get a job in Skokie, Illinois. Met my beautiful wife, Frances, in 1968 on the tennis court. We were engaged in 13 days and we were married in 3 months later. And then life changed a lot. So we had an incredible time doing that. And I love teaching. I love coaching. I love coach soccer, gymnastics, and tennis. I had to be coaching
Bart Connor.
Bart Connor, who was a gymnast when he was 12 years old. And it was just a great experience, but it wasn't my life, it wasn't my heart. And I was making more money in 3 months than I was making as a teacher for 9 days, and they're tearing my heart. I became a tennis pro, became certified in 1972, and I've been a USPTA tennis pro since then. So I've been teaching for 52 years. I joined the USPTA, and I've been very humbled that I've been able to do that. So what does tennis mean to me? It means my family. The tennis has given me everything that I have. A wife. That was my family right there when we first moved from Bolivia. My dad was 48, and a little baby, around 2 years old. My wife and I, who next week will be 53 years and will be married. 4 wonderful children. My daughter Maria, who's in Utah right now. My daughter Anna, who's here, she and I play doubles. My son Tony, my baby daughter Claudia, and my beautiful wife Frances. So that for me, that's a happy and a blessed week. If I can spend time with my family, with my grandkids, with my staff, with the board members, and and right there is my son and I, my grandson and I playing in La Jolla last weekend. We happened to be on virtual on the camera there. We ended up meeting the owners of La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club, okay, and he and his grandson. And at the very end, we ended up just having the big bump. He almost hit me and my daughter, Anna, caught in the picture. But what has tennis meant to me? Has meant to me that it's an opportunity to support my family. As a tennis pro, we travel from Chicago, Phoenix, Houston, Dallas, Savannah, Boca Raton, and Austin in 2000. Now, what do people say that you travel so much? I said, well, tennis pros people, that's our job. We get promoted, we go from club to club, from promotion to promotion, with Club Corp. I was very blessed. And the people that I have met have been incredible. Some of them no longer live in. Dennis Vandermeer, Dennis Ralston, Nick Bollettieri, dear friend of mine, and my 3 children in the academy many years ago. And Alan Schwartz, who gave me my first tennis opportunity in Chicago because I worked with him. The people that we met, actors, actresses, and that we have never believed that a tennis player could have that opportunity to do that. My blessing was that my children embraced my life on the tennis court. I was on the court from many of the tennis pros from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. But I was very blessed that my children enjoyed playing tennis and they would come to my club. Many times we used to have classes at 6 o'clock in the morning so just can spend time with them. And they became very accomplished tennis players. And it's been a real pleasure of fun. So a good week for me is I can spend time with my family, with my grandkids, spend time with my son playing tennis with my daughter in a league in Round Rock, playing tennis with my daughter at Maria at Lost Creek Country Club, with Claudia that she can play, but with my grandkids and whenever they want us to play tennis. With my students, the hundreds and thousands of students that I have taught, some of them that are here tonight, they're coming to me and saying, you gave me the first lesson of my life. And I'm saying, I created 2 monsters right here. They just go and just love the game of tennis, and I'm sure they go seeing that. My philosophy has always been I always want to first teach you how to love the game, then I'll teach you how to play the game. I don't care what grip you have. I don't care what footwork you have. Just get the ball over the net. And this is how we created Circle C Tennis Club in Grey Rock. So many times when we lose jobs, opportunities come up. When I lost my job at the Circle C Tennis Club and Grey Rock Tennis Club, the opportunity came up. And Carol, I was humbled that she called me and said, hey, why don't you try to apply for the job? And I said, okay, I think I'd be happy to do that. It was 7 years ago. I was this tall, I had that but it has been just an incredible ride. The people that really make it happen is number one, my family that allows me to do that. My staff, that we just have a tremendous amount of fellowship and work together. And finally, the board of directors, who is giving me their trust, who is giving me the opportunity to do things better for you, and listening to comments, listening to suggestions to make it happen. So I've been the executive director since 2016, and I can tell you I am honored, I'm blessed that I can have incredible people that I can work with. And every morning when I get up in the morning, I look myself in the mirror. It's good to see me today. Get the heck out of here. Go and make somebody's life different. So thank you all for being here. And by the way, all the people that receive awards, don't go away. We want to have a picture with the whole group over here before you leave. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for supporting this great event. Thank you.
No, the paper in your hand.